What got me into music was probably just, I think what got us all into music playing all around you when you're a kid. My mother had a pretty impressive record collection, and I remember Sundays a lot. I remember Sundays being a time where a lot of music was played, and I would be able to hear different kind of artists. When did I decide that I wanted music to be my life? Pretty young. I mean, I definitely got the bug pretty young. I remember the first time I performed, I was 4 years old, and although I was terrified, I was also exhilarated in a way I'd never been before. And I heard something. This voice came out of me, and I was like, "Wow, that feels good." So I remember that really clearly, and very young, because I was always in different groups, girl groups and singing groups and things like that. And that was from since like 9 years old. So there was different moments in that way that I knew that this was something for me. How I was going to get there, another story. Being able to inspire other artists and young up and coming artists is like totally the dream. And I think that's the reason why you create. You create because you hope it's going to touch somebody. You create because you hope it's going to take someone else to a place they never knew they could go, which is what happened to me. I think being an inspiration for young artists, or just artists in general, is a big honor. And I think that's something that kind of I want to always be. I want to always be able to like push myself so that I'm pushing someone else. And it's incredible. Blake and Adam are veterans. I'm not a veteran. I'm still fresh. I'm still excited. I still don't really know everything, you know what I mean? Which I think is so cool. I'm learning as I go, and I'm realizing, like, oh, okay. Man, all right. Now I get how to do some things a little bit more clearly, you know what I mean? But it is very cool being back second season in a row. I am having an incredible time. I really am. And I really feel the resonance, with what we're doing. And I know two women coaches is really working, as you can see. Just saying. I said it last time. This second time, you can see how the energy continues to evolve, and the way that we're all kind of interacting with each other, and how much we want, greatness for each other, and how, it's good. It's really good, and it's even better than I could have imagined in my head. Even the way that we flow together and kind of make it all happen, and the moments that come are crazy. There's some crazy moments. That is definitely the thrill of this show. When you turn around, you never know who you're turning around to. I think another thrill of this show is that it's got to be so hard to audition. It's to be in this position of being singing to the back of four chairs and hoping that they're gonna turn around, and that is a lot. And I think that what is the coolest thing that happens is, as you get to spend time with your different artists, you start to see them evolve in ways that are like you couldn't even have imagined just from that blind audition. And that's pretty cool too, because the amount of experience and kind of like going from good to great that happens in a really short period of time is like mind blowing a little bit. We're all against Blake pretty much, because we're angry at him. Because, you know, I get it, and I know why every country artist wants to go to Blake, but it's like really frustrating because we also have amazing ideas and incredible things that we can bring to these artists, and we want to have the opportunity. So the three of us are totally 1000% against Blake, and one day we are going to break him down. So that's one. And then there's, of course, always the Blake Adam kind of controversy that's just continuous. And then I kind of get a little funny thing with Adam, too, somehow out of somewhere. And that's pretty fun. And then I think Blake and Gwen, that's been interesting to kind of see them go against each other. And then Blake and Gwen going against everyone else. Because Blake will always step up if Gwen's trying to somehow try to undermine whoever's going against Gwen, similar to Gwen. And then there's like kind of the me and Blake pair up, which will go against whoever, likely Adam. And so it's kind of fun. not being able to see the artist. I mean, Americans can see the artist when they're watching, but we're not. And I wish everybody could experience what that feels like. It's really intense and it's really cool too, because I mean, this is a shallow world, man, you know, and we're so busy judging everybody and looking at everybody and deciding who belongs where and who fits where and, you know, who we don't like because of where they're from or what they look like or what they believe. And it's a lot. And I think that there's this beautiful, beautiful freedom in really just being able to love somebody because you love what they make you feel like, you know? And that's like a big lesson, I think, for like the world. So what that's doing here and reminding us to just constantly just feel it here only, that's where magic comes from. And that's why you feel it on this show. When you can connect with the beauty and the emotion of the art, which these artists are bringing, like, that's what's inspiring. I just hope to continue to be able to spread my energy, be able to spread what I know, what I'm learning, you know, because I'm learning every day, you know, and I think it's incredible. Just the other day with one of my artists, we had a moment and I said, we got to go with the yes. We got to go with the yes. We got to stop being in here and we got to be in here. And so it was the answer and we went with the yes. And the here was probably the logical whatever, but the yes was the thing. And, you know, that's something I'm learning too every day. And to share that and to continue to share what I'm learning as an artist, as a human being, as a woman, as a, you know, force, which we all are. That's what I want to get out of it. And I want to know that I left here or the artist left here and they are like greater human beings because we had a connection.